Hello everybody, long time no see. My name is Christine Marie. I'm 16 years old and I just published my first ever book called Break of Day. Break of Day is a clean fantasy adventure, kind of in between the realm of middle grade and YA because, I really wanted that whenever I was like around 12 and 13. And I'm going to be taking you on the journey of how I wrote and published this book as a teenager. And so yeah, that's basically what this video is about. I actually have no idea when I actually got the idea for this book. I just remember that it came from a TD insurance commercial out of all things. This entire book, 300 pages, it came from a TD insurance commercial. I don't know how that happened or whatever, but that happened. That's the first thing you need to do to write a book. You need to gather ideas. I gathered like so many little ideas. I didn't start off with like one big idea. I started off with like so many little ideas I just pieced together and put inside of one book. Like I had an idea of like a castle, a spaceship, a like character personalities and stuff like that. And eventually I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write this book. And I mashed all those ideas into one big idea. And that's how this book really came to be. After you collect all of your ideas and get the main premise of your book, you are going to want to start planning. The majority of planning went inside of this notebook right here, and like probably 90% of it is chocked full of like character profiles. Well, hang on, I did some world building, map brainstorming. The best thing if you're writing a fantasy book for world building, in my opinion, is like making maps for the world so you can really visualize it in your mind. Like that's what I did for basically most of the world building. And then I started going with like the characters and stuff, the backstories of the characters, their personalities. I did like a bunch of character sheets for like the 5 main characters that you're going to come across in Break of Day. I wrote down like a bunch of plot ideas to string together those 4 like big main ideas that I was talking about earlier. The next thing I worked on was making a blurb, like the back of the book. Now that might seem like a little bit weird, like you didn't write it yet, so why are you gonna write like the back of the book already? I worked on that so I would know what I would be writing about, because it's just so much easier that way for me. So because like I know what I'm writing about, I wrote the back of the book, I know what I have to write about, and that's basically how I did it. And then after I moved on to chapter plotting, which is so important. Do not undermine chapter plotting at all. So as you see, I made the timeline right here, just like the big major timeline with all the major plot points, and then I developed those plot points into like tiny scenes and tiny chapters. And basically it kind of looked like this, chapter 12, and I would write everything that would happen like a very quick summary form. That would basically get me throughout the entirety of draft 1. I would have that notebook right by me as I typed away so I wouldn't be like, oh no, I don't know what to do next, and I would write a bunch of nonsense. So there I was typing away at my book. I started writing draft 1 at September of 2024, so I was 14, almost 15 at that time. Okay, and I was typing away at my book, and I think I finished it in somewhere in springtime of 2025. I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally done. And like, seriously, seeing a whole story come together like that was amazing. But then I printed out the entire book, and it was like it was so crazy seeing my book in like actual paper form. I still have the binder right here. This is my binder. This is draft 1 of my book, and I will show you it. So yeah, draft 1 was 61,000 words, and I think right now at its like final form, it's like 66,000 words. So I did not add too many words, but I did put a lot of editing into it. So, and then I have my little key for my highlighters. So basically, after I was done with my break, I went in and took notes on everything. I highlighted things that I really liked or things I wanted to cut, and I would just take notes on everything and be like, this doesn't make sense, this is a really dumb sentence, like what was I thinking when I wrote this, this never happened before, this does not make sense, stuff like that. And after I finished reading through my entire book and writing down all those notes, I transferred everything, all those notes, onto my digital manuscript, and that was draft 2 of my book. After I transferred all my edits digitally, I was really thinking, I was like, well, I could do like another round of edits digitally, or I can make a print proof of my book. I watched so many YouTube videos on how to like manage Amazon KDP, how to like make a book cover, how to do, oh my gosh, I got a hiccup. I did so much research on YouTube, like seriously, it was crazy. I don't know how many videos I watched. Literally, whenever I would be procrastinating writing the first draft, I went on Procreate, which is like an app for drawing, and I would just draw my book cover. And that's how I was able to draw my own book cover. Now I know like a lot of people are, or like they're not good at art at all, but even if you don't want to have an illustrated cover like mine, you can literally make such a good cover on Canva without like illustrating anything. Just learning like how to manage Canva and stuff. I think there's like a couple videos on how to like make a book cover on Canva. And yeah, it's pretty simple actually. And basically I did all like the interior formatting. I watched so many videos. So after I did all of that Amazon KDP like publishing stuff, it was kind of fun but also kind of boring too, because like it wasn't writing, but it was also like really interesting to me to see like how this all comes together to create a book. Anyways, I bought a print proof copy, and this is it. This is the print proof copy. I think I did make a video on like receiving this and stuff, and as you can see it has a not for resale sign, and I did get it in like a glossy cover. So the final form is like not a glossy cover at all, it's matte, but this is like glossy, and as you can see there is like a color difference. Like this is way more brighter, but honestly I like the matte version better. Anyways, as you can see, this book has been through some wear and tear, because after I read through the entire thing, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good but not the best. So I went through another round of editing, and as you can see I would annotate it and make little notes and stuff. See, like little notes and stuff like here, like basic line editing and stuff. And then I did the same thing over again. I put all those edits into the digital manuscript, edited it one more time after this, and then I felt like, okay, well, this is it. I don't think I could get much better than this. I was like, okay, I think I'm done with editing. I think it's really time to think about publishing and stuff. So I made some videos, some like short videos. As you can see, I have not been making any long form videos, but I do want to get back into that quite soon. I mean, I am making a long form video right now, so I did all of the like publishing information. I made the blurb a lot better. I did like last minute things on the cover and stuff like that. And I really procrastinated doing like all of the tax stuff, because I'm under 18, I can't legally have an Amazon KDP account. It has to be under my mom's name. But like you write your name as your author, and like it's just that your parent or your guardian has to be like with the banking information and stuff, and the owner of the account, but everything else was like done by me. Formatting one more time. I don't think I like this. I actually don't like the finished interior formatting as much as I liked the one before. It was like pretty difficult because I work on Google Docs, and even though I really don't want to work on there anymore because like they use their Google Docs to train AI now, which I do not support at all, but I don't really know where else to write, because I've been writing on Google Docs basically my entire life, and it feels really difficult to like switch, but I do want to eventually switch one day. So if you have any recommendations for any other like online writing software that saves on the cloud, because I think I will lose so much of my writing if I had to manually save it. But anyways, yeah. And I didn't get an actual issued ISBN. For the ISBN numbers, which is like this little barcode at the back, and there's like a specific number for every single book that's published. For America, I think it's a little bit different, because I think you have to buy it in America. In Canada, ISBNs are completely free, but I got impatient because the ISBN, like the official ISBN Canada office or whatever, they took too long in getting back to me. So I would just click like, okay, yeah, just give me the Amazon ISBN. So that is why this book is only available on Amazon, because I have an Amazon ISBN, and that would probably... But for now, I'm just happy that my book is like out in the world, you know, because this is like, when I step back and think of it, this is like a huge accomplishment. Like, this entirety book, it's published by me. I didn't do that I probably should have done is get beta readers, because I was kind of scared of other people reading my work before it was done. If you're actually publishing a book, I would recommend getting a beta reader, which I did not do. But you know what, whatever, we'll see. I did all the tax information. I just clicked publish and wait for the publishing date, and yeah. I do really recommend, if you are planning on publishing, getting a print proof. It just made actually publishing so easier because I knew how to manage Amazon KDP. I knew how to like put in the book cover and like do interior formatting, so this wasn't that big of a deal after doing this, because yeah, that's basically it. That is how I published my book as a 16-year-old, and now all I have to do is like make YouTube videos, get some marketing in there. So far I have sold 9 of these books. Like, out of those 9 books I've earned, I think I'm earning $20 from that, which is actually pretty good because Amazon takes a huge chunk of the money, because from what I'm pretty sure, it said like every book that I sold, I would only get like $3 from it, which is pretty bad. But I mean, $3 is $3 more than I once had, so you gotta stay positive, bro. That is it. That is how I published my book called Break of Day. If you want to buy it and support a teen author like me, you can buy it on Amazon only. Just type in Break of Day and it should be there. It's for $13.99 Canadian, which is around $10 in the US. So it's cheap, it's affordable. Might as well buy it for like a cute little summer middle grade read. Yeah, that's basically the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It might be a little bit shorter, I don't know. But I will get back into long form content here soon. I do want to like make another video talking about the other books that I want to write and getting back into like reading content, and maybe even like after school is out, I'm going to be making a bunch of like summer vlogs like that's not like primarily focused on reading and books and stuff like that, because you know, I want to document my summer that way too. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about my publishing journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!